unemployed and trying to change it. Here's an award-winning educator's first day as a substitute teacher as he looks for his new home. Today is Friday, my favorite day of the week, but I ain't gonna hold you. This wake up was brutal with a capital B, but that's nothing a little coffee can't fix. Even though I've got my first day today, I try to do a couple things around the apartment just to make things a little easier for later. One of those things being letting the dryer iron my pants instead of ironing myself. My daughter also has this morning meeting with her princesses every day, so we have to make sure everybody's coming correct so they don't get fired. I'm looking at you, Rapunzel. You've been talking smack behind Moana's back, and if it continues, I'm gonna have to report you to HR. Next, those baller shorts and t-shirts I've been wearing for 3 months, they ain't gonna cut it, so we gotta get changed. I'm subbing for an exercise science class today, so while moving forward, I'm gonna be wearing a shirt, tie, and jacket. I wanna make sure my arms are free to move around and hand out some buckets if I needed to. So I went with my normal polo, golf pants, and dress sneakers. Listen to some bangers on the way in, as you can see. So this is the first video with a voiceover. I'm not sure what's gonna stick and what's not, but I've got a pretty eclectic taste in music. For real, I could go from listening to Karin Leon to Meek Mill with a drop of a hat. So if you got any suggestions, be sure to get them to me and I'll give them a listen. At the end of the day here, and bro is wiped. They had me in 4 different classrooms, including one I had to take a shuttle to. But the kids were incredible, and they actually reminded me so much of my students back in Florida, and it made me miss them all even more. No bucks to hand out today, unfortunately, so since it was pizza night, I had to make sure to get some movement in and climb some stairs for 30 minutes. Brother, let me tell you something. These stairs, when they get on level 8, 9, or 10, curtains for me. I've been trying to work my way back from a knee injury for about 8 months now. I would rather play basketball for 2 hours than be on those stairs for 30 minutes. But I'm just trying to get some cardio in to stay healthy-ish in a way where I can just turn my brain off. After that, I headed to the grocery store where I picked up a script for my wife and got a couple of desserts to enjoy throughout the weekend. I usually try to keep it to cereal or oatmeal later at night during the week, but for the weekend, I'll indulge a little more. That's why every single Friday is pizza night. We're still looking for our regular spot, but nothing's gonna beat what we had in Florida. For real, if you're ever in the Orlando area, let me know. I'll put you on one of the best slices you'll ever eat. I'm also not a huge fan of self-checkout. My mom once told me that she tries to go to lines where there are people who are there to check you out. Those jobs are being taken away from people due to automation, so even though I use self-checkout occasionally, I try not to do it too often. Is this my door code or a riddle? I don't know. I guess you have to stay tuned to find out. Grabbed a few packages on my way inside, did a quick reset of the kitchen by just putting some groceries away and taking care of some dishes. It's like one of the first things you see when you walk in, and even though I've been cool with clutter my whole life, just ask any former student who's seen my desk, my wife definitely prefers less mess, so I don't mind doing it. Do the same thing for the baby's room while also getting her clothes ready for bed after her bath tonight. Doing this stuff just makes bedtime a little easier. I had just enough time before the girls got home to shower, but just not used to y'all being there. I promise, it'll get better. This is off camera, but the girls got home and we all played in her room for a bit before it was time for me to go grab us some dinner, while my wife gave our daughter a bath and put her to bed. At this point, I'm at literally the favorite part of my week. I'm going to grab some pizza. I have the entire weekend at home with my family, and I'm about to sit down and watch a brand new episode of my favorite show of all time with my wife after the peanut goes to bed. Thanks for being here with me today, and remember, if you spread goodness, greatness will find you.